Before you ever think about conquering the world, you first need to conquer yourself. So go brush your teeth and clean up your room, and then come back to the video.
Game is to be better. How do I be better than what I was? Because if I do that, for me, I just beat me.
Yeah.
This ain't about nobody else. I don't give about nobody else. I just beat me. If I can keep beating myself, pause, if I can keep doing that, then that means that I'm in a battle with the only person that makes sense. I'm in a battle with the only person that I really want to beat, and that's me. I don't care about anybody else. I have no worry or gripe about the next man or woman's journey or their level of success. That's not what I'm up against.
Yeah.
If I can continue to outdo me from the day before, then I'm ahead.
You need to understand that problems don't exist in isolation, but in a web of conditions. The key is not just solving problems, but understanding the root cause of them. So many of us are so quick to put band-aids or try to find simple solutions to the things that cause us pain in our life instead of going to the root source. From here on out, every single time that you deal with some type of situation and you need to find a solution for it, I want you to think deep down and try to recognize the root source of the problem, not just the symptom, not just these strands of situations and issues that are stemming, but what is the root cause of it, and then attack. With this newfound mindset, you will be able to overcome and conquer all, even your deepest and darkest fears that are inside you. You need to understand where those fears are coming from. Once you overcome this, you will be able to conquer all. If you are currently overweight or have a problem with food, instead of trying to find a band-aid, which is just weight loss or changing your diet, you need to actually think about what causes you to have this reaction with food in general. Whether you like a lot of sweets or you just overeat. What is your relationship with food? Why is it that you run to food for comfort? Is it a traumatic response? Is it a coping mechanism? What is it that makes you feel this way about food? A lot of us self-sabotage. We get in our own way when it comes to success simply because we think that we do not deserve it. We can't even deeply reflect on our own past, on our own history, the things that are deep in our mind, and yet we think we can achieve something, or it speaks to why we feel like we can't achieve something. Self-awareness is the first step in order to think like a successful person, or to know that whatever it is you're attempting to pursue or achieve or conquer, you will, based on what you know about yourself and what you're willing to do, regardless of how you feel or about what people think. Success isn't given to those who sit around talking about what they want to do or who they want to become. Success is born in the chaos of implementation and action, not in the vacuum of theory. True success isn't about idle brainstorming, but through execution. I don't know why so many of us are concerned with failure, because at the end of the day, it's not the end. Yes, you may feel like a fool. Yes, you may be uneducated to the moment, to the situation, or the opportunity. All of that, whatever you feel, the guilt, the shame, it's all true, at least in that moment. But what stops us from moving forward? It doesn't matter whatever it is that you're trying to do or whatever it is that you're trying to overcome. Why not harness that failure and use it for something good instead of feeling pity for yourself? I don't know how many times I feel bad about a certain situation when I fail, when I lose, but why not harness that energy to make it work for me instead of being another reason for my downfall? We all get caught in this analysis paralysis or this type of mind state where we dwell on our failure, but instead we need to be enacting our will again and again and again until we overcome. It's very specific with the question or the thing that you're trying to achieve. But regardless of whatever it is you're trying to do, go to school, lose weight, become successful, gain a lot of money, gain followers on social media, become a YouTuber, it all is the same. It's pushing past that mental barrier, thinking that you shouldn't do something because you're embarrassing yourself. You're guilty of not taking the opportunity, squandering something that you once had, or just simply look like a fool. So be it. Keep moving forward, especially if this is what you really want. Success is born through action, not through thinking, but through action itself. I really do believe that's a big reason why not a lot of people like to go to the gym, especially for the first time ever, because they feel as if they're going to be judged, which they may. But at the end of the day, action is the only way you're going to get the body you want, the mindset that you want, or whatever it is that you're going to the gym for. It's through action, not by thinking about the situation or thinking about what other people are thinking about you. It's simply through action.
But where do you go to? You wake up in the morning, it's cold, it's wet, it's dark, you've got no cartilage in your knee, you've got shitty shorts, whatever it is that's the issue today.
Keep talking.
You've got these problems, right?
I need you to keep talking about what you were just saying.
It's warm on the couch.
That's
Your
it.
missus says stay in
That's
bed.
it.
It's comfy.
That's
It's cozy.
it. That's
You've got
it.
work later on. You had an argument last night. You're
That's
slightly
it.
hungover.
Because I know every motherfucker ain't going to do what I'm going to do. So this is how you level up. That's how you level up. I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That makes me happy, what you just said. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talk about that you were kind of, lonely by yourself. I was the same way. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I thrive in it. That's the only place to be.
I hate how people try to make everything so sophisticated. Everything has to be so complex. That's why they're not able to do this, become that. That's why society or everyone in their life they've ever known is holding them down. When in all reality, everything is very simple. It's straight to the point. Cause and effect. A and B, 0 and 1, but it's too simple for them. Because of knowing how simple it is to do certain things in this life, it has to be complex or as to feed their ego in why they're not doing something. I'm sorry, but there's no excuse or reason as to why you can't work out at least an hour a day and eat clean for at least 5 days out of the week. Now, if you have some type of disability, then that's one thing, but the majority of the population is able-bodied and they're able to think for themselves and actually do for themselves. So if you're not working out at least an hour a day and eating clean for at least 5 days a week before you ever touch junk food or drink soda, then something is wrong with you mentally and you're afraid of yourself. You're scared to dig in as to why you can't control yourself. You wish to personify whatever it is that you're going through and give it an external reason as to why you can't do it, when deep down, it's just you holding yourself back, self-sabotaging yourself because of the mental battle that's going on within you. Just like communication, effective mindfulness cuts through noise with simplicity. What you don't say often speaks louder than what you do, and simple messages have more impact than complicated ones. You need to understand what you're feeding your brain or your subconscious on a daily basis. What is it that you keep reinforcing in your life? Whether it be the people that are around you, your friends, your colleagues, or just simply the content that you watch on a daily basis. Everything from YouTube, TikTok, and even movies and music. What are you putting into your subconscious, and is it reinforcing a positive or a negative mindset? In order to conquer the world, in order to conquer yourself, you first must be obsessed with keeping a positive mindset and surrounding yourself with the idea that you can do anything that you set your mind to. It's not about suppressing negative thoughts or beliefs, but uplifting the positive ones to a point where the negatives don't even matter. And when it comes to criticism, accept it, regardless of how it makes you feel. The most successful people learn to use criticism as fuel rather than letting it hold them back. Some people get discouraged or even afraid because of what people think of them, when in reality, they need to use it as fuel so that they can continue to prove them wrong or even potentially course correct. Because even for the best of us, criticism builds growth while praise only strokes the ego. When it comes to conquering your world, you need to understand where you stand in people's eyes. Because sometimes you doing you is gonna light a fire under other people's butts to try to stop you, depending on whatever it is. And this specifically goes for competition. People who are trying to do what you want to do, or they're just simply trying to copy what you're doing because of your success, because of your notoriety, your fame. It depends on whatever problem that you're attempting to pursue and succeed in. But besides that, you need to understand those who are watching you. Never ever try to be too big for the moment. Always stay humble. I know that's easier said than done, especially if you're in a situation where you have it all, or you set out to conquer or achieve something that you wanted to and you did. But you need to always remember that, because there's always going to be people watching. There's always going to be people trying to bring you down. There's always going to be people that are trying to hate on you, and they just need that one reason why they should hate on you. Never give it to them. Never give somebody the satisfaction to ever see you down, or to see you so high and above on this pedestal that they want to kick it out from under you. If you really pay attention and ever notice, a lot of social media stars, influencers, celebrities, this is the very reason why they fall. They get too big for the moment. They think they're so inspirational, they're so necessary and famous that anything they say or do, they think they'll be able to get away with it. Whether it's because they got away with it in the past, or simply because their celebrity is so big, their ego is so big, they think they could say and do anything without consequence. Only truly use your ego when you're in decline, when you're failing, and put it away once you're successful. This is the one thing I want you to remember from this video. Effectiveness trumps efficiency, and understanding the human mind is more important than mastering any specific technology or platform. Before you ever choose to do something, you need to understand why you're doing it. What purpose does it serve? What is the significance, or what is the importance of me doing this one thing here and now? Is it for pleasure, or is there a purpose behind it, or something else? Too many of us get caught up in pleasure and caught up in seeking validation and approval from outside forces or other people, when in all reality, the only validation that we need is from ourselves. So if you feel like shit, if you look like shit, you are the only person that you should be trying to validate and get approval from. Your own mind, your own body. Because if not, what does it mean to get it from somebody else? Before you ever can conquer the world, you first must conquer yourself, whatever that may mean to you and the life that you live, and the goals that you're trying to pursue. The most powerful weapon in your arsenal isn't brute force or even intelligence. It's your ability to shift perspective, embrace criticism, and change the rules of the game entirely. Whether you're an entrepreneur, creative, professional, or simply someone looking to navigate life's challenges more effectively, these principles can transform how you approach problems forever.